Dr. Isabella Abbott was the first Hawaiian woman to earn a PhD in science. She was a leading expert on Pacific and Hawaiian limu. Her life spanned periods when Hawaii's limu species were abundant and robust, and then threatened by pollution and invasion. The algae, or limu, seen here was plentiful a few decades ago in the Waikiki area. Much of the zone Limu Kala covered is now dominated by invasive species of algae. Our native rainforests, like our native reefs, evolved over millions of years. Plant species adapted and play specific roles. They capture moisture and allow water to percolate into our aquifers. Much of that fresh water has been diverted for agriculture and also by man-made objects like roads. Water that once fed underground springs now flows unimpeded into storm drains. Native limu began to rapidly disappear in Oahu's south shore about 30 to 40 years ago, and roughly 15 years ago, a few worried ocean users like Wally Ito were concerned enough to try and reverse this negative trend. The late Uncle Henry Chang Wo, co-founder of the Ewa Limu Project, began to do public education and reached out to Hawaiian elders. They saw the rapid decline of important and popular species of limu, so they started a movement to educate folks and preserve this important resource. Adequate fresh water is crucial to many algae species, but that's not the only reason many of our traditionally gathered species are waning. This is one portion of the north shore of Lanai. Here, erosion is a major factor in the decline of this nearshore ecosystem. A prevailing wind also contributes to a negative cycle of dirt, sediments, and other elements that inhibits healthy coral growth. This is where the 2016 Limu Hui gathering took place. The folks that live here and the ones who created this site by literally sawing and hacking kiawe trees and then removing them call this special place the Lanai Limu Restoration Project.
Here in Hawaii, there's a slight disconnect from the people, community groups, and nature and our resources. Efforts like this, I think, create more awareness for people to reconnect with nature. This Hui focuses on limu, and we try to educate people about the importance of limu to the environment. And so I think if we can get the word out, our group is growing exponentially. And if we can keep on going, get this momentum going, we can try to restore our limu. And if we can do that, then we restore our fishery.
As you can see, wind is a major player in this part of Lanai. That muddy-looking water stays inshore if the wind is constant. After many decades, the kiawe trees have bent and are now shaped by the wind. Tucked away about 50 yards in from the shore, the 2016 Limu Hui gathering went about sharing their knowledge and experience with each other. They also talked about a beloved Lanai Island man who had the vision for this place and saw the potential to help future generations. Alan Kaia'o Kamalie, unfortunately, was unable to live long enough to attend this gathering.
He was sad that the next generation, the kids that he was talking to, didn't have the same opportunities to see, harvest, and eat limu like he did. So, that's why he had this his vision and his passion to try to bring back the limu for the kids, for the high school kids that he was talking about. And in that speech, I was watching him, and when he was talking about his memory of the place, tears came down. and that's how much passion he had. So, um, when I saw that, um, I started to cry too. And so from that point on, Uncle Alan and I, we were of the same passion, the same heart. So whatever he asked for us to do, no hesitation, we come out and help.
Sometimes it takes a village and leaders. Plenty folks are saying Stan Ruidas is definitely a leader.
And then when Stanley came, was like sent from heaven. He came with 50 people, chainsaws in hand, cleared up everything. They had the vision of Daddy. And then that day, Daddy put me on the side and he started telling me, "Oh, us guys, boy, how we gonna pay for all these guys?" I said, "Daddy, why? They don't ask you for money." He said, "No." I said, "Then why you worry about them for? No worry. They're here for help. They have the good heart as well. And they haven't stopped coming. They've been coming from January. And from January, you could see the changes. The changes came. The tanks went in. He got to see everything. He used to scold us a lot. We learned from him. When the Ogo no work in the tank, we try again. In the meantime, we get some cages out in the ocean. His main goal was Ogo. Because before, the coastline over here was all Ogo. And then Wally came one day, brought the Ogo for us. We started off with one Ziploc baggie. We took one handful, we put them inside 3 tanks. The rest went out in the ocean, inside of his cages that he made. From there it flourished, the cages out in the ocean. The one inside a tank, we still get trouble, but we're still working them out. But the one in the ocean is still flourishing like crazy. And he was happy. He couldn't go out in the ocean for go see the cages. So one day, Wally came back, and Daddy said, "Oh, I'm going out there, go get the cages." And me, Mary, Rose, Stanley said, "Yeah, but you cannot go in the water." He said, "Ah, you guys take too long, I'm going to go get them." So right there, everybody just dropped everything that they was doing, go out there, and then we was supposed to just separate cages. We looked at each other out there, we said, "You know what, Daddy never see the Limu Hui. We'll bring the cage in for him to see." Oh, when we brought the cage in, the look on his face was amazing. He was so happy. He never know what for do, he never know how for think. He said, "Look, the thing growing." And it was bushes. So that was the start.